Welcome back to the kitchen for dinner and drinks. My name is Wingnut. I have a glass of wine in my hand. This was our drink for this week, so just box wine. For dinner tonight, we'll be making pesto pasta. I've eaten pesto all my life. We all have, right? Pesto is delicious. It's basil, it's olive oil, it's garlic, it's salt, it's pepper, it's yum. I've never made it. And we're going to put it on pasta, plus we're going to cook some chicken. So what do you say? Let's have some dinner and drinks. Hopefully you've poured yourself a glass of wine. Maybe I'll save some pesto pasta for you. First things first, we got to get these pine nuts roasted. So we need 1/4 cup. I bought way too many pine nuts. I might throw in just... Screw it, we're throwing them all in. All right, so 1/4 cup of pine nuts we're just going to get toasted. Which I put them in the wrong vessel. The pine nuts belong in here. In our next step, we are going to heavily salt this pot of water for our pasta. So clearly we had to adjust some sides here. That's because I need to get the blender in the shot, and I couldn't get it in the shot because the cord is too small. So here's what we're gonna do. We put our pine nuts in the blender. See, they're toasted. Oh, wow! Oh, almost lost all the basil. We take all the basil, 2 cups worth of basil. Fresh. 1/2 cup of Parmesan. Salt. Pepper. I'm gonna do a little extra olive oil. What are you talking about? A little extra garlic. Duh. First things first, we gotta blend this up. Let's get our lid on. Hopefully you can kind of see some action here. It's gonna be tough because I can't angle it. Because all the pine nuts are stuck to the bottom. Let's see if we can make this happen. That is clearly not working. Okay, so after 3 failed attempts, bring out the big dog. That blender, terrible. NutriBullet, awesome. And hopefully we get some pesto out of this piece. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can see it. Gotta give it a little shake. I want it creamier. It's a little chunky. A little too chunky right now. So I'm gonna throw some water in there. Alright. Attempt number 2. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Alright, while we moved everything back over, it's time to season our chicken breast back here, because again, we're going to put some chicken on this. It's just salt and pepper. And into our oil, it will go. Pretty anticlimactic. I thought I had it heated hot enough for a sizzle. Oh, there goes the rocket. I don't know if you're able to hear it in the background. Well, now we got sizzle, so you're not going to hear it. Alright, we got some sizzle now. Let's get it back on the heat so we quit messing around with it. I'm going to brown both sides of the chicken, and then we're going to cut it into strips, and then finish cooking it here in our oil. Alright, let's take a peek at our chicken. You see I got it kind of golden brown over there. Let's toss that to the side. I don't know what that was. Let's look at our bottom. Crisping up too. Again, I'm going to chop this up so this will all get broken up. Just a little bit more color on the chicken. Time to cut the chicken, and it should hopefully be done in a snap. Chicken's done. Oh, one ran away. All right, so now this is on a low. I just want to finish cooking these all the way through. And we're on to our final cooking step. That is the making of the pasta. I'm gonna use an entire box of spaghetti, or as Giada De Rentis would say, spaghetti. Giada, I love you. I don't know if you've dated Bobby Flay or not, but Giada, you should marry me, or date me, or just let me cook you a meal once. I should actually tag Giada De Rentis in this and just be like, Giada, what do you think? And then eventually what we'll do is when we start to cook this, I'm gonna save a cup of the pasta water. Hopefully we can scoot these beasts down. And once when we get everyone submerged, I give everything a good little whisk around. Then I'm gonna go in for some pasta water. Oh, 1 whole cup. Where'd my spoonie go? Found it. 1 whole cup. Not much more we can do. Gotta get an empty bowl. So what I've learned about pesto is you don't heat it. Like, you don't cook it, because it will ruin the basil leaves. So what will happen is we're gonna take the pasta, put it in a bowl and let it cool down, and then that's when we'll mix it with the pesto, and then we'll throw the chicken in at the very end. We'll plate, we'll eat, and that'll be that. All right, so I'm gonna transfer this over to that. Let's take a look at our chicken. I think they look great, these little nugs. Move that. Take a sip of wine. I also had to take my sweater off because it was so stinking hot in here. Okay, so like a miner in 1849 in San Francisco, it's time for us to get our liquid gold. We want a cup of pasta cooking water, which I'm excited has the color of red pepper flake in it as well. Look at that, that's a lot of fun. We're literally there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna strain the pasta out. I can't show it to you because I gotta move to the sink and that's just not gonna happen. Our next camera setup is what's gonna happen is we'll move over to our serving table, which is directly that way. As you have to see a lot of my tattoos. And that's where we'll mix up the pesto with the pasta, add the chicken, plate, and be ready to roll. Okay, new view. Throwing in our pasta, strained. We're gonna throw in our pesto. We'll do this a couple of scoops at a time. Let's add some of the pasta water. This should help pretty much make it a sauce and thin some of this stuff up. Our pasta is turning green as opposed to its manila tannish normal pasta color. Let's get our remainder pasta water in there. All right, so let's take this. New bowl. Let's take this, just kind of... But I think it looks great. I'm excited about this. I can't believe I made pesto for the first time at home. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's end on a chicken note. Let's throw the chicken in there. We're gonna try and leave as much as the oil out as possible. It's already liquidy enough. And so now just kind of toss everybody around. Time to plate. Look at this. Again, that was our drink. If you went on our TikTok, it's at TikTok Wingnut, you would see the ridiculousness I attempted to try and do. But let's go ahead and grab a little dollop and do a little twisty twist here. Let's get a little nest going. Release. And now if I can grab some chicken, that would be key at this moment. A little pesto covered chicken. And we still got to add a couple more things. It must be topped with Parmesan. Okay, moment of truth. I want to try the chicken first. Oh my God, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's how to cook a chicken. This is the moment of truth. I've never had pesto pasta. I've had pesto with other things like meat, like almost a chimichurri. Let's try this. Here we go. First big bite. Okay, it's salty. But it's not like, it's almost borderline too salty. All right, I'm gonna cut this video off. We done. Again, I took my sweater off. It was like 9 billion degrees in here. That was good. I'm gonna finish all this off camera. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you for taking part of dinner and drinks with us. And hey, we'll see you again next time. Bye.